Chris Godinez, licensed professional counselor, also the host of We Need to Talk on every Sunday at noon on YouTube, and then I post it up to Facebook. So this video is for educational and informational purposes only. If you feel you need a therapist, please go to Google, type in therapy, your city, Psychology Today will pop up, click on that, and it will have qualified therapists in your area. Also, the views and opinions stated herein are mine and mine alone. They do not represent the ACA, the APA, or any other damn therapist for that matter. Boom, shakalaka, done. Okay, so today's question is on revenge. Dun, dun, dun. Could you please talk about why we can never get revenge on the narcissist? Yes, no contact is revenge. But is there anything more satisfying we can do? I realize revenge is petty, and when I left, I never looked back. But I'd be lying if I didn't take a sense of validation if I heard how terrible the life of that person is now. So, revenge is, how do I explain this? It is normal to want revenge. It is. You know, you've been wronged, and you want to see justice. You want to see vengeance, you want to see, you know, karma, whatever. Here's the deal. It no longer is about your abuser. It is no longer about your abuser. It is now about you. So revenge is a fool's game. And I've had people try to argue with me on this. And here's the deal. It's a fool's game. It never ends well. So revenge and anger and resentment and everything else, and this is a Buddhist concept, is like picking up two hot coals intending to throw it at somebody else. You're the only one that's going to get burned. Now, are we going to get a sense of, what is it called, Schadenfreude? Schadenfreude, when we see our enemies fail, basically, when they do poorly or when they get theirs, right? Do we sense that kind of satisfaction that they got theirs? Yeah, absolutely. It's human nature. It is human nature. However, spending your time, spinning your wheels, wanting revenge or wanting them to fail or wishing them ill or whatever, you know, basically you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time because here's the deal. Karma is not what we think it is. And karma is the choices that we make moment to moment, day by day, that create our reality, that create our environment. Narcissists are incapable of making good choices, period. You know, they can put out to the world how happy they are. They can put out to the world how amazing they are. They can put out to the world, look, I'm doing this and I'm this and I'm that and I'm this and look, my new supply and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, but in reality, they don't feel any of it. You need to do nothing to get revenge. The revenge is you living well. Honestly, the best revenge, I'm not kidding you guys. Listen to me now, believe me later. The best revenge in the world is living well. Figure out who you are. Figure out what you like, what you want. And this is actually going to play into what I'm going to talk about this Sunday. I want to talk about how we've lost ourselves. I want to talk about how to find ourselves again. And part of finding ourselves is recognizing, yes, I would like them to feel the pain that they've inflicted. However, I recognize they will never feel. They will never feel. They just simply won't. It's beyond their abilities to feel or to care. They only care about the win. They're very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like dealing with a psychotic 2-year-old when you're dealing with a dark triad. They are petty and they're vicious and they're like a shark. They're a predator. They're looking for their next victim, their next target, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They care about the win. They don't care about spirituality. They don't care about the afterlife. They don't care about how they've left a wake of victims behind them or a wake of, you know, targets behind them. They don't care. They don't care. Wrap your head around that. They don't care. So if you're sitting here winding yourself up going, I got to get mine. I'm going to make sure they get it. Okay, you're not living your life. You're not. You're not living your most authentic, best life. You are not doing what you should be doing. Stop focusing on the abuser. It is now no longer your problem. Their karma, their dharma, their whatever. Not your problem. Not your problem. Not your job. It is not your job. Trust me, the universe has a way of balancing. It does. It seems out of balance sometimes, but then eventually it always comes around. The wheel always spins back around. So revenge is a normal thought to have. It's normal to go, wouldn't it be nice? But the reality of it is, let's look at the psychology. They don't have empathy. They don't have a conscience. They don't ever acknowledge that they have ever, at any time in their lives, have ever done anything wrong. They will never give a sincere, heartfelt apology. They will never believe that they've ever done anything wrong. And they're all about the win. They're a shark. They are a predator. That's all they care about is me, I, more their genitals. That's it. They don't care about anybody else. So revenge is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. It is normal to want to see justice, absolutely, but you are not the judge, jury, and executioner. Leave it to the universe. Leave it to the universe. Let the universe deal with them. Trust me, it will. So eventually, and it may not be in this lifetime. That's the other thing, is people are like, I want to see it now. I want to see it in my lifetime. Well, you may not. So instead of focusing in on them, why don't you focus in on you? Because you are worthy of your own love, your own time, and your own attention. And the best revenge, swear to God, is to live well. Live your best life. Do what you love. Do what you like. Find your joy. Find your passion. Do the things that you enjoy. Do all the things that the abuser was like, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. No, you're too stupid. No, you're too this. No, you're too that. You're too sensitive. You're too blah, 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 blah. You know, do the things that you love. Find you. And that's what I want to talk about this weekend, is how do we find ourselves once we've come out of this insanity? And you're not wrong for wanting revenge. I just want to make that perfectly clear. That is a normal response. It's a normal thought. It's like, I've been hurt. I want them to get justice. I want the universe to give them the big old smack upside the head. It would be lovely. It would be lovely. It would, but it's not going to give you the satisfaction that you think it's going to. It never does. It never does. And one of the things as a Buddhist is, you know, practicing the metta meditation, the Tonglen meditation, the metta meditation. And that is, you start with yourself. May I have peace? Because that's a beautiful thing. May I have freedom from suffering? Suffering is what causes all of these horrible behaviors, right? I want, ego. I want. So may I have peace? May I have freedom from suffering? May I have all that I need? Food, shelter, companionship. May I have peace? And you do that until it resonates with you. Yeah, I am worthy of peace. Yeah, I am worthy of freedom from suffering. Yeah, I am worthy of having all I need. Food, shelter, companionship. That's perfect. Okay, may I have peace? Great. Then you move on to somebody you don't know. So like the person who's your checkout cashier at your grocery store. May they have peace. May they have freedom from suffering. May they have all that they need. Food, shelter, companionship. May they have peace. And then you move on to your abuser. And this is where people go, fuck you, Chris. I don't want them to have peace. Well, trust me, they're probably not going to anyway. But you might as well clear them from your space. May my abuser have peace. May my abuser have freedom from suffering, because that is what is causing all of the bad behavior. May my abuser have all that they need. Food, shelter, companionship. May my abuser have peace. And I know every fiber of your being is going, fuck them, fuck you. Ah! You know, okay, here's the deal. Why are you allowing them to live rent-free in your head? You know, if you can't wish them well, then wish them out of your head. Dear abuser, fuck the fuckity fuck out of fucking fuck you. Get the fuck out of my head. You're not allowed to live in my head rent-free anymore. I am going to stop trying to seek revenge. I am going to live well. Fuck off. Sincerely, me. And then trot it out to the barbecue and burn it. And then try the Tonglen or the metta meditation again until you can do it. Really, you want to get to the point where you are bulletproof, meaning that you hold no ill will towards anyone. Now, you also won't put up with shit. That's for goddamn sure. This does not mean, people often mistake this. They're like, what do you mean? You're forgiving the abuser, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm letting him go. I'm not allowing him to live up here rent-free anymore. I don't have time. I got too much shit going on. I'm writing another book. I've got family and friends I'm staying in touch with. I've got clients. I've got, you know, stuff to do, things to do, people to see. So, you know, you don't allow the abuser to live rent-free up here. Living with that resentment and that anger, like I said, is picking up two hot coals, intending to throw it at somebody else, and you are the only one getting burned. Let it go. Revenge is a fool's game. Now, Schadenfreude, when we get a sense of satisfaction when somebody, gets theirs. Totally normal, but you acknowledge it and you let it go. You don't spend your life looking for or hoping for revenge. What happens to them is completely out of your control, and it's up to the universe. Let it go. You've got bigger and better things to focus on, such as self-esteem, the Self-Esteem Workbook by Glenn Schiraldi, or You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. Boundaries, Codependent No More, Beyond Codependent No More, both by Melanie Beattie, or The Disease to Please by Harriet Breaker, excellent book. The Nature of Forgiveness, okay, so that would be like Radical Forgiveness by Colin Tipping, so that's forgiving other people, because sometimes, like I said, we hang on to that, and it's a way to keep the abuser alive. It's a way to keep the abuser in our thoughts, because remember, we're addicted to them. We are as addicted to them as a heroin addict is to heroin. So we keep them in our thoughts with the anger, and it's a way to keep them with us, and it's a way to stimulate the endorphins, dopamine, serotonins. It's a way to get that high again. You want to stop that. That's an addiction. Stop it. You don't need it, and revenge is a part of that. So let that shit go. You don't need it. So Radical Forgiveness by Colin Tipping, Radical Acceptance by Tara Brach. And you work on you. It is no longer about them. Once you have gotten out of their clutches, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to become the most authentic, real, fantastic you that you can possibly be. And that means you ain't got time for these bozos. You got better things to do with your time. You've got you to work on. And that is a noble and wonderful cause. So do that. So anyway, there is that question. Another question I had is, and this is going to tie into what I want to talk about on Sunday. I just got out of a 23-year marriage, and I feel numb. I feel like I can't feel happy, or that I'm not feeling any of my emotions. So that goes back to what I was talking about last Sunday, which was the nature of happiness, and how when we are with an abuser, they train us to look to them to see how to react. And pretty soon our natural inclinations are smushed, and we don't know how to feel, or if we should feel, or what to feel, or anything like that. And so when they, if they brutally do the devalue and the discard and tell you all sorts of lies and, put you down and harm you, right? It's really hard to feel joy. It is after that. And then what you do is you start working on you. You start allowing yourself to feel again. And I want to talk more about this coming Sunday. I want to talk about, getting back in touch with the emotions. How do we heal after an abusive relationship? What can we expect? The numbness is normal. I hate to say it, but you can't allow it to go on. And you just acknowledge it, you validate it, and then you allow yourself to start feeling. And I want to talk more about how to find you again once you've left one of these relationships. Okay, that's all the time I have today. I hope that answered the question. Revenge is a fool's game. Don't even do it. It's normal to have the thoughts, but then you let them go. So either do the meta meditation, or you can do the go fuck you letter, or you can start working on you, which is what you should be focusing in on. The best revenge is to live well. Live your own life. Make your life so full of joy and so full of interesting things that you don't have time to even give them a passing thought, okay? So there is that. I hope that answered the question. You guys have a great week, and I will see you on Sunday. And we are going to talk about, who are you? Really? All right. We'll talk about that on Sunday. Talk to you guys later. Bye.